most human experiences, like, is this a good decision? Can't necessarily be arrived to just through reason. I mean, I think there's so many other things to take into consideration that there's no way to come up with the right answer for a question like, is this what I ought to do in my life?
Well, but it depends. If you know yourself well and you know what your goals are and you know what your values are and you know what your needs are, then you can reason through, and I think you probably can come up with a good decision. Or
Yeah.
take something that's more social. Consider climate change. I mean, there are a few people who dispute climate change, but 99% of the scientists who've actually got the training to look at the evidence think that global warming is a fact. It's not just a hypothesis. And we can explain why people dispute it because they've got their own personal goals. They've got their greed for power and money. But global warming is a huge threat to human beings. If you care about human beings, if you care about their needs, if you care about them having enough food and a place to live, these are all fundamental human needs, then you can take the facts about climate change, put them together with values about human needs, and reach the reasonable conclusion that we really need to do something about this. That is, we need to change our economic practices, we need to change our governments in ways that stop climate change, global warming from being such a huge threat to humans. So there, I don't think there's much room for debate. I mean, people debate it, but you can analyze the debaters, that is, people like the American Republicans who dismiss climate change, and seeing where they're coming from. They're coming from partly ignorance of the science and partly from their ties to the fossil fuel industries. And so it's really easy in that case if you pay attention to the evidence and if you pay attention to human needs, which is also based on evidence, to say, there is a clear thing about what to do. We need to have dramatic reductions in fossil fuel production and use. So
Yeah.
there's a case. Other things are more complicated, but that one's relatively clear.